Dear students, let's continue with the next question. Find delta y and dy for the function y is equal to e to the power of x plus x. Here you have to consider f of x is equal to e to the power of x plus x, and same formula you use, f of x plus delta x minus f of x will gives us delta y, and you substitute f of x plus delta x is nothing but what? In place of x in this function you have to substitute x plus delta x minus f of x, and by solving it you will get delta y. Here you will get e to the power of 5 common. If I take e to the power of 5 common, e to the power of 0.02 minus 1 plus 0.02, and dy is equal to f dash of x into dx. So f dash of x is equal to d by dx of e to the power of x plus x is equal to e to the power of x plus 1. E to the power of x differentiation is e to the power of x only, x differentiation is 1. So hence we will get, on substituting we will get the answer. Let's have a look at next question. If the increase in the side of a square 4%, then find the approximate percentage of increase in the area of the square. So suppose there is a square and it is increased 4%. One side is increased 4% means each side increases by 4%. So hence the area of the square is also increases. So we have to find that percentage. Here he is talking about percentage. So the error, percentage error is denoted with, see I am considering, let x be the side of a square, side of a square, okay. And now what is the increase in the side? 4%, right? That is the percentage error. Percentage error inside is equal to, that is denoted by dx by x into 100. Percentage error inside, so that dx by x into 100 is equal to 4%. Okay, now we have to find the percentage error in area. What about the area? If side is x, area A is equal to x square, right? Area of the square A is equal to x square. Now the percentage, now you find, differentiate with respect to x, what do you get? D by dx is equal to 2x, right? Now the percentage error will be dA by A into 100 you should get. Okay, so that what I am doing here, I am saying as this one and I am taking this as 2. From this what can I write here? From this, that implies dA is equal to, I can write 2x into dx, right? So this is I am considering as 2. 2 by 1 I am doing. Then what do you get? 2 dA by A is equal to 2x into dx by x square. I am doing 2 by 1. Now what do you get? 1x and x square gets cancelled. So here you have 2 into dx by x. So to get the percentage error, I am multiplying both sides with 100. Now this will be the percentage error in area. This is what? Percentage error in area of square. dA by A into 100 is equal to, we are multiplying both sides with 100. So you will have this one. So dx by x into 100 is what? Actually 4%, right? That is equal to 2 into 4%. This is nothing but 8%. Therefore the percentage, the increase in the square area is 8%. Similar question you have here. If the increase in the side of a square is 2%, then find the approximate percentage of increase in the area of the square. So side is x I am considering. So percentage error is dx by x into 100 is equal to 2% is given. Area of a square is x square, that is A is equal to x square. So undoing dA by dx is equal to, what do you get? 2x you will get. So from that dA is equal to 2x into dx. I am saying this as 2 and this as 1. So undoing 2 by 1, what do you get? dA by A is equal to 2x dx by x square. So 1x and x square gets cancelled. So you will have 2 into dx by x. On multiplying with 100 both sides, you will get percentage error in area is equal to 2 into percentage error in the side. So 2 into 2%, that is 4%. Now the next question is, the side of a square is increased from 3 centimeters to 3.01 centimeters. Here this is not the percentage. Actually the square of the area increased from 3 centimeters to 3.1 centimeters. Actual length is 3 centimeters and the next increased length is 0.1 centimeters. So the difference will gives us delta x, right? So delta x is nothing but what? Change in the quantity. So 3.01 minus 3, that is nothing but 0.01 centimeters is the change in x. Okay, now we have to find change in a, that is delta y we have to find out. Actually we know that delta y by delta x is approximately equal to dy by dx. Okay, from this can I write delta y by delta x is equal to dy by dx into delta x? Yes, this is approximately equal to delta y by delta x into delta x. Here that is delta y is nothing but what? Change in y. If I want to get change in a, the change in a is equal to dA by dx into delta x. From this formula what we can take? Delta a is equal to, change in a is equal to dA by dx. That means a differentiation with respect to x to the function a into delta x. Here already you have delta x value, you need to have dA by dx now. What is a actually? This is a square, so a is x square. That will be, this is 3. So now you take dA by dx here, this will be 2x, right? So here you substitute, therefore delta a is equal to what? 2x into delta x. Here x is nothing but 3 and delta x is nothing but the difference 0.01. So 6 into 0.01, that is 0.06 is the change in y, that is change in the area of the square, that is increase in the area of the square. Therefore the original square area will be what? Therefore the original area is equal to what you will get? 3 square plus 0.06, that is 9 plus 0.06, you will get 9.06 is the increased area. Okay, but he is asking only to find what is the increase. So this 0.06 is the answer. Similarly, you see the next question. If the radius of a sphere is increased from 7 centimeters to 7.02, then find the approximate increase in the volume of the sphere. Okay, so here r is given, r value is given, r is 7 centimeters actually, and it is increased to 7.02, it is increased to 7.02. So therefore the change in r is delta r, that is 0.02, it is very clear. Now you have to find the change in volume. The volume is denoted with v, the change in volume is delta v is equal to what? dv by dr into delta r. Okay, now let's go with this formula. Now let r be the radius of the sphere and r is equal to 7 centimeters, so delta r is equal to 0.02. Volume of the sphere is what? V is equal to 4 pi by 3 into r cube. Now I am doing dv by dr, I am differentiating with respect to r. Then what do you get? 4 pi by 3 into, this is 3r square, 3 gets cancelled, 4 pi r square is dv by dr. Therefore what we have? We have delta v. Delta v means change in the volume is equal to dv by dr into delta r. So dv by dr is nothing but 4 pi r square into delta r. You substitute r value and delta r value, simplify it, you will get the answer. Let us see the next question. Find the approximate value of root 82. So it is not a perfect square, right? See, root 82 is not at all a perfect square, but is it nearest to perfect square. That is 81 is a perfect square, as you know, right? It is 9 square you can say, and 81 plus 1 here. So here we have to consider this as x and this as delta x, and that is the error. The error in this square root is delta x. So here what I am considering here, the known value x as 81 I am considering here. Perfect square I am taking as x. We have to consider perfect square as x, and the error in this perfect square is 1 here, right? So, and I am assuming here f of x is equal to root x. F of x is equal to what? Root x I am assuming here, because this is a square root. We are talking about square root. And what will be the differentiation for this root x? Root x differentiation is nothing but d by dx of root x. This is 1 by root x, 1 by 2 root x. Okay, and now to find the approximate values of this type of questions is given by, so this function can be written as f of x plus delta x. Okay, f of x plus delta x. F of x is root x, right? That is root 81 here. F of x plus delta x means what? Square root of 81 x plus delta x. Square root of x plus delta x. And the square root of x means 81, delta x means 1. So that is root 82. Root 82 is nothing but f of x plus delta x is given with the formula. You should remember this formula. F of x plus f dash of x into delta x. F of x plus f dash of x into delta x at x. So which is equal to f of x is nothing but root x, f dash of x is 2 root x into delta x at x is equal to what? 81, right? Now let us substitute this 81 here. Root 81 by 1 by 2 root 81 into delta x is 1 here. So this value is 9 plus 2 into 9, that is 9 plus 1 by 18. So this will be, if you cancel out this, you will get here 0.0555. The answer is 9.0555. 81's square root is 9 and 82's square root is 9.0555, like that. Suppose we have a next question to find the cubed root of 65. We know cubed root of 64 we know, because 64 can be written as 4 into 4 into 4. That is 4 cube. So cubed root of 64 is equal to cubed root of 4 cube. So cubed root and 3. Cubed root is nothing but what? 4 cube whole to the power of 1 by 3. 3 gets cancelled. So answer is 4. So cubed root of 64 is 4. So here the approximate value, so given cubed root of 65 can be taken as perfect cube plus 1. This is we considered as x now, and this will be delta x. So here x is equal to perfect cube, this is. Perfect cube is equal to 64 and delta x value will be 1. Now let us take f of x. F of x is equal to what? Perfect cube let us consider. Cube root of x let us consider. That is nothing but x to the power of 1 by 3. And now what about f dash of x is equal to x to the power of d by dx of x to the power of n is equal to n into x to the power of n minus 1, right? So from this formula how do you write? 1 by 3 into x to the power of 1 by 3 minus 1. So 1 by 3 minus 1 means 1 minus 3 by 3. So 1 by 3 into x to the power of minus 2 by 3. We can send it to the denominator. 3 into x to the power of 2 by 3. This is f dash of x. Now let us substitute in the formula. F of x plus delta x will gives us cubed root of 65 is equal to f of x, that is cubed root of x plus f dash of x, that is 3 into x to the power of 2 by 3 into delta x. Okay, what is delta x value here? 1, right? So let us write 1 here. At x is equal to 64. So this will be cubed root of 64 plus 1 by 3 into 64 to the power of 2 by 3. So this will becomes 4 plus 1 by 3 into 4 cube whole to the power of 2 by 3. 3 gets cancelled. So 4 plus 1 by 3 into 4 square. That is 4 plus 1 by 3 into 16. 4 plus 1 by 48. Okay, this value will be, if I take the LCM here, you will get 192 plus 1 by 48. This is 193 by 48, and your final answer is 4.0208. Actual answer is 4 for cube root of 64. For cube root of 65, the answer is 4.0208. So depending on this formula, we will solve these questions. Okay, this is about, these are the types of 2 marks question. Do practice.